So in this video, we will try to understand that how charging system works. So this video is the continuation of the previous video. So let's understand how this charging system works. So first, before going to the different cases of the charging system, we will try to understand how the different components are connected with each other. So first component, that is our battery. The negative side of the battery would be connected to the chassis, which will provide the grounding. Then positive side of the battery will be connected to the fuse. So this fuse might be a battery mounted fuse or might be into the primary fuse box as well. It depends on the OEM to OEM. Few OEM use the battery mounted fuse and few might be directly using the in the primary fuse box. This particular fuse definitely would be a mega fuse, and then the other side is connected to the splice, and then it is going to your alternator B positive terminal. So from the splice it is connected. So it depends that whether you want to give the splice or not, but you have to make sure that you are giving the fuse to protect this wire. So this is the one thing. So this fuse is protecting two things, this wire and this particular wire. Then splice other end is connected to this maxi fuse 60 amps, which is going to the ignition switch, and this fuse is protecting this wire. Mostly it would be a part of secondary fuse box, and it is connected to the ignition switch. The rating of this switch 60 amps would be defined by the ignition switch current property as well, that how much current this ignition switch can handle. So this is how it looks like ignition switch. So lock position would be there, accessory as on, and the start. So in lock position is nothing but the off position, which is shown here. Then you have the accessory position, then on position, and the start or crank position. So this is how the actual ignition switch in the wiring diagram looks like, and this is your T30. So earlier I told you that these T30, T15 and T15 and T50, what is the meaning of these terminals? So T30, if you see, this terminal is directly connected to the battery supply. This is your battery supply. If you take this T15, this particular supply is nothing but the B positive, but through the ignition switch. If you see the D50, T50, this particular switch supply is going to the starter relay. So this is also a battery positive supply, but it is going to the starter motor, okay, to control the starter motor. So these T30, T15 and T50 power supplies are a very well defined power supply which is used globally. So I hope till here this connection is clear. Now coming to T15. So if you see the off, this would be the position of the switch would be remain here. Then accessory, so when it is in this position, then connection would be from T30 to 215A. So connection which are connected from the T15A would be activated in this duration when the ignition switch will be in accessory position. When it is in on position, then the connection which is coming to here will be activated. When it is going to start position, the connection which are connected to this terminal will be activated. So this is how you have to understand that the ignition switch, how it works. So in T15 position, that our wire is connected through 5 amps of instrument cluster, and it is going to the charging warning lamp, and this charging warning lamp would be a part of instrument cluster. So actually this wire goes to instrument cluster, and then it is going to connect with our alternator, because alternator is going to tell you that your battery is charging or not charging. And if alternator is providing the power to battery, then it means that your battery is charging. If alternator is not providing the power to battery, then it is not charging your battery, right? So when it is not charging your battery, then this symbol or this telltale or this indicator will be shown on the instrument cluster. So I hope this connection also understood. And the T50 connection, when your ignition switch is on this position, then it will be activated and it will go to the your starter motor, which will start your engine. I hope you understand the connection. Let's try to understand the one by one the different cases. So case 1, when your ignition switch is off or in the accessory. So I have taken in this case 1 2 position when your ignition switch in off position or accessory position, then what will be the condition? So you are sure that in that condition your engine would be off, right? Because you are not connected on this position. So engine would be off. Engine would be off, right? So let's see that how the current will flow in this condition. So your battery, B 12-volt battery is placed here. Then your alternator would not be working. So from this point, from B positive terminal, you will not be having any current flow to this direction. So always when you are in ignition switch off or accessory position, in this position, in these two position, then current will flow from the battery to this point. I take the point A and this is a point B. So on these both the points, theoretically the voltage would be 12 volt. So theoretically there would be no current flowing from this to this, theoretically, because the voltage on point A and voltage on point B is same, that is 12 volt. The ideally the I current would be 0 as voltage on the both the point is same. So this is the first condition, right? Can you tell me in the comment section that whether practically is there zero current or there would be some current from point A to point B? And if there is any current, then why? Can you comment in the comment box? So ideally or theoretically, I told you that current I would be 0 amp because the voltage at point A and voltage on point B would be same, 12 volt. Here also 12 volt. Now coming to the this direction. So on this point, the voltage would be 12 volt. But what's about this position? The voltage on this position, as there is no connection from the battery. If you see here on this position, there would be no connection from the battery power supply. The voltage at T15 would be 0 volt. So there would be no connection. So no supply to the warning lamp. So warning lamp will not be light up during the off condition or accessory condition of your ignition switch because there is no supply. So one thing is very clear, when your ignition switch in the lock position and accessory position, then there would be no supply to the warning lamp and your warning lamp will be off. If suppose your ignition switch in the lock position and accessory position and still your charging warning lamp is on or lights up, then it means then there is a issue in your ignition switch. There is some short circuit and which is providing your supply to the charging warning lamp. This is one conclusion you can take. Now coming to the other T50. So T15, because your ignition switch position is in lock and accessory, then there would be no connection here. There would be no connection here. And then what will happen? There would no supply to the starter relay as well. So starter motor also will be off and your engine will be also off. I hope you understand here that on which point the 12 volt would be, on which point the voltage would be 0. So on this point also the voltage would be 0. I hope you understand this working principle. If you have any doubt on this case 1, please comment in the comment box. Let's see the case 2. Case 2 is when your ignition switch is in the on position and engine is off. When your ignition switch is in on position, then still your engine would be in off. And why it would be off? Because till that time your T50 connection is not connected. This is understood that ignition switch is on, engine would be off, so alternator would be off and B positive voltage would be 12 volt. So same as off and accessory position of the ignition switch because alternator is still off. So current will flow from here to your ignition switch like this. Then what will happen? This connection will become here and your T15 at this time will get the 12 volt because this connection will be stabilized here and your charging warning lamp will also get the power. So one thing you have to remember here, when your ignition switch is in the on position and this position is called as self test, and during the self test what happens, that system checks all the lamps, you can say, and during that position your charging warning lamp will be on for a moment. So let me just go again one more time this case 2. So when your ignition switch is in on condition or position, in this condition your engine is not running, so alternator also will not be running, so no power to the battery and the loads from the alternator. The charging warning lamp should illuminate when you turn the ignition key on the on position or start position, but it should go off as soon as engine starts. Okay, this is a normal function to test if the warning light itself is working. This charging warning light is designed to illuminate when ignition is turned on, to check if the light bulb is functioning correctly. So you have to make sure that when the ignition switch on, then your charging warning lamp will light up and would be very momentary, and then it will go off, to check the charging warning lamp working or not. Okay, now coming to the case 3. So let's see the case 3. So when your ignition switch is on the start or the crank position, what will happen? Your engine will be starting. So how the current will flow? So this particular connection will be stabilized in this position. In this position, what will happen? Starter motor start the engine. Once engine will start, then alternator will start working. Okay, so this alternator will provide the power to the battery and to your load as well. So your current flow will be from this direction to this direction and to this direction. I hope you understand. Still, if you have some doubt on this, please comment in the comment box. So when engine start, the alternator should begin the charging the battery and the light should go off. So this charging warning lamp is indicating whether your battery is charging or not charging. So when you are in this position, start or crank position, it means your alternator is working and alternator should be is charging your battery. So if charging warning lamp remains illuminated after engine starts or comes on while driving, it indicates a potential problem with the charging system, such as alternator not producing enough power or a faulty battery. The voltage from the alternator would be in the range of 13.5 to 14.6, then only your battery will start charging. So there is a basic principle when your current will flow. So 12 volt here, and then it is a 13 point or 14.6 or 14.5, then only the current will start flowing in this direction. Otherwise, if suppose your alternator is also producing 12 volt and your battery is also on 12 volt, then there would be no current flow. I hope you understand this basic principle that when current will flow, so always your alternator voltage would be in the range of 13.5 to 14.6. So this is the overall operation of the charging system, that what happens in different positions. Let's see some of the interview question which is asked. If the charging light stays on in the accessory position, can you comment in the comment section what can be the issue? So I explain you different position in this ignition switch, that we have the accessory position, lock position, on position. What might be the reason that charging light stays on in the accessory position? Is it possible to drive the vehicle without alternator? Can you comment? If yes, then how? And if no, then what is the reason no? The third question is, at which position of the ignition switch does warning lamp illuminate during the self check? Can you comment in the comment box? And the fourth question is, does electric vehicle have the alternator? If no, then why? If yes, where and how? Can you comment in the comment section? So that's all about charging system. Still, if you have some question on the charging system, please comment in the comment section. I will try to answer on all these questions. Thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe and comment if you like the content. Thank you.